He has many names: Bigfoot's distant cousin, the abominable snowman, or more famously, the Yeti. Similar to other Sasquatch species, except they live in snowy environments, so usually their coat is either a lighter brown or a white. This video is brought to us by TikTok user Silent Deeper Whore, and that's in all caps. This is a video of a supposed captured footage of a Yeti falling down a gorge. Now, as you can tell from this, it's not real. If it was, it'd be fantastic footage, but just watch the way he falls down the mountain. He almost like locks up and bounces like a 3D animated object. Now, there has been proof, and I use air quotes here, of Yetis existing, Josh Gates being most famously known for finding footprints of them in the Himalayas. And imagine this is what they would probably look like, although this one's quite large. In this video, it seems to be dragging a corpse, and it just misses our cameraman as it stumbles down a gorge. Unfortunately, though, like I said, I don't buy it. It's very interesting, but I don't think it's real. What do you think? Do you believe in the Yeti? Have you seen this clip before? This video is brought to us by TikTok user Tav, and apparently this was recorded according to the time date stamp December 6th of 1992. In this clip, we can see there is a large creature hiding amongst the trees with glowing yellow eyes. Something that was shot almost 20-something years ago on an old camcorder, it just feels too clean. I feel like this is edited, and this is an overlay of different effects. I can actually have the same effect on the screen right here, as you can see I did now. The color's weird. I know it's supposed to be reflecting night vision, but it's just off. It almost just looks like everything's really yellow. I feel like this is just somebody who's working on their animation skills and they made something to tease us. It'd be really amazing if it was real. I just don't buy it. I wish I could, but there's too many red flags. And I'm starting to realize this is probably why I've never covered the Yeti until now, because there's so many fake clips of it out there.
Currently December 6th, and I see some big over there in the tree. Holy, you can see his eye. What the? Oh, what kind of f***ing dog?
Number 3.
This video is brought to us by TikTok user ScaryVids, and it's spelled really weird. Anyway, this is a clip of what seems to be a possible Yeti working its way up a snowy mountainside. If you pay close attention here, there's one rock that looks humanoid that's working its way up through the snow. That mountain does look pretty steep. And if you hadn't paid close attention, as shaky as this camera is, that creature almost looks like a rock. So it's got the natural camouflage. It's very possible this is a Yeti or a Bigfoot who hasn't grown into its winter coat. This is one of the more believable clips, but you can't outright rule the fact that this is possibly somebody in a suit. I'm not saying it's legit, it's too far zoomed out, but it's very possible that this is just somebody in a suit trudging through the snow. Although after examining it, it does have the correct posture to be part of this family of creatures. What do you think? Number 4. This video comes from TikTok user Myra Moore-official account. And in this video, we have apparently a Yeti in Russian origin that is hunting some hunters at night. That seems like a tongue twister, but essentially, they're out here with night vision, and they capture what seems to be a Yeti stalking them in a snowy field. Unfortunately, this thing is zoomed in extremely close, but from what I can assess, it does have eye shine, which means it's most likely not human. And it is rather tall. As you can see when it fully stands up, it has a very large profile. This thing's got to be at least lower 6 feet, maybe 7 feet. So playing devil's advocate, this could just be somebody in a suit, although as cold as it would seem to be out there, you wouldn't catch me trying to pull a prank like this in sub-below temperatures. This is just one of the many reasons you got to be careful when you go hunting, because you may just end up being the hunted. What do you guys think? Is this clip legit? Let me know down below.
Hey y'all, Myra here. So take a look at this footage. This is some of the best footage I've come across of what looks to be like a Russian Yeti. This was taken in Russia by a group of hunters. The backstory is that they were out hunting. This is actually the second part of a very extremely long video. They were tracking it, or they were being tracked in a woodsy kind of area, and they were hearing noises and sounds, and they just felt like something was watching them. As they're moving on and moving out of that area and get into this open area, this is what they capture. And y'all, I think it's real. I definitely think, I couldn't understand what they were saying in the video, but you could hear the tone and the fear in their voices as they were speaking and recording this thing. Tell me what you think. Like, post, comment, repost. If this is not a hoax, this is the best footage of a Russian Yeti ever captured on film.
Number 5.
This video comes from TikTok user Jay's Nerdy Life. Although I've seen this clip many a times, this is probably the most infamous clip on the entire internet of what is a Yeti sighting. We got somebody driving down a snowy road in the middle of the night when they see what seems to be something scurry across said snowy path. And if you pay close attention to it, I've zoomed in here, it's humanoid. It could be a person in a suit, but the way it clears that snow, I assume that snow is rather deep, does not seem normal. I highly doubt this is a man. This is more than likely a Yeti. But, to play devil's advocate, this could have been planned. Somebody could have put on a suit and then essentially ran across the road. Somebody radioed them and let them know they were getting close, and there you go, viral clip. I don't think it outright, but in the same breath, I'm not so skeptical that I can't say it could be faked. You just gotta kind of keep in mind, not everything you see online is true. I'd like it to be, but I'm not certain myself.
Полчаса пока ехать будем, пока дед дождется. Уж, блядь. О, лось! Лось! Какой лось нахуй, блядь? Медведь нахуй! Нифига! Стой! О, смотри! Лосины? Какие лосины? Ты видел, он на двух ногах бежит?
Number 6.
This video is brought to us by TikTok user Hollywood Paranormal Detect, which is short for detective. Now, in my personal opinion, this falls more under a Bigfoot clip than a Yeti clip, but depending on who you argue with, some might say it's the same thing. I saw it like 4 or 5 times while searching, so I decided to use it. Let me save you the frustration. It's a long build-up for a short payoff. As this guy scrolls around the forest here, comes across a Bigfoot-like figure who almost looks like Harry Henderson, and then it makes eye contact with him and scurries off. Doesn't fully look like a Yeti, but then again, some people do claim that Yetis can be brown, so I don't know. Moreover, it's possible this is a person in a costume, but this thing does have eye shine, so I don't know. It almost just feels too good to be true, and you know what they say about that? When it's too good to be true, it probably is.
What the fuck is that?
Number 7.
This video is brought to us by TikTok user Mr. Beard, and in this video, they claim that they've captured a Yeti in a cage on camera. Now, realistically, this just feels a little too edited, you know what I'm saying? There's so many camera angles and so many quick moves here. It does not feel like this was captured in real life. This feels like this was created for a movie. Not to mention this has a watermark for somebody named Not Earthly, which, sure, it's another account, but again, the cuts, the angles, the color changes, the back and forth, it just feels too edited. It feels too edited to be just a standard clip of something they captured. Now, maybe if this was like leaked footage from a documentary, maybe, but I just don't buy it. There's like 5 or 6 different Bigfoot horror films out there, and I have a feeling this is one of them. But don't let my pessimistic ass ruin it for you. What do you guys think about this? Let me know down below.
Captured in Russia.
so that was the Yeti. Unfortunately, I don't think we're ready to meet the actual Yeti, because most of that was just bullshit. But you know what? I hear he makes some mean spaghetti. Okay, I'm done rhyming. Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate your viewership. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure you do all the things. I've been your host, Nightmares Are Forever, and thanks for watching.